Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Deez, this is my workshop, and today we're going to do another top 5 video. Today's top 5 video are top 5 shop upgrades, shop made upgrades to the shop, general use items, things that I use that are not necessarily specifically to any one machine or any type of project, but in the shop overall, the things that I have made, created, and use almost for every project. Today, I'm going to share those with you. Top 5. Number one, we have the portable bandsaw table. That is this guy right here. I use this thing pretty much with every single project. I have videos on that. I'm going to leave links to how I made those, so if you're curious, you can make your own. But I bought a cheap Harbor Freight Bauer bandsaw, portable bandsaw, which is significantly cheaper from a good name brand table, bandsaw, actual bandsaw that's got a table, or even buying the add-on tables. These things could be 75 up to 150 bucks for the metal ones. I just use some scrap lumber, made this thing, and I use it pretty much with every single project. Definitely recommend you have a bandsaw in your workshop. You're going to want to cut materials. This thing is very useful. Works for me. Maybe it doesn't work for you, but I highly recommend it. Number 2. We have a wall mount bench grinder. I put this thing in here not long ago. I'm going to put some metal flashing behind it in order to keep any sparks from falling down behind the shelf and the wall, in case, kind of fire prevention type stuff. I think that's going to go and really help out. So I'll just cut that piece and I'll get it mounted back here. I also have my fire extinguisher over here, so don't worry. But regardless, this thing, having it sitting here, ready to go, turn it on, I can sharpen materials, I can clean up materials with the wire wheel, I can change out these discs as I need. It's super handy to have this thing mounted and ready to go. I don't have the space for a stand or anything like that, but this works for me. Now that it's out, I can use it anytime. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is shop air. Not too far away, right? Well, we have shop air extended over to this area of the shop. Why is that important? Well, I have my machines over here. I've got my mill. I've got my lathe. And a lot of times I'm wanting to blow some chips or swarth off, clean up some materials. And I didn't, I had to drag it seems silly. It's not that big of a shop, but I had to drag my compressor over to here in order to clean things up. Having shop just right here behind it, ready to go, is very convenient. And it's pretty easy, pretty simple. I just ran an extra hose that I had across the shop and down to the compressor. And then I put a T adapter in, and for me, this works great. So I highly recommend it. That's shop upgrade number 3. Get air where you're going to need it, and then you'll use it. Number 4, shelving and storage. It seems silly, but I know we all have it, but you can buy shelves, but get creative with the space that you have. A lot of us have really limited space on the workshops that we have, so we have to get creative on our shelving and storage. So I have a lot of storage up here. The ceilings in here are very tall, so I'm taking advantage of that. Lots of storage up there. I can put more storage over here, shelves if I needed to. I could put more over here if I needed to. I've got this garage door back here. I've got wood storage, scrap storage up here. I've got nylon. I've got those, I think they're 8 feet. Yeah, they're there. There's a couple of them. There's 5 or 6 that I have, those nylon rods. They're really long. I have those up there. I got creative with some IKEA wine shelves for all of my raw stock. Get creative. That's a great way to store all of my 1 foot or smaller stock that I use for the lathe. I have my paper towel holder storage right here. I've got this whole area where I could create some sort of shelving for different longer materials. I might actually do that this year. Get creative with your storage in your shop. There's lots of opportunity, and you can really make the most of a really small space. Number 5 is lighting. Overhead lighting. In a workshop like this, you want to have bright lights. You want to be able to see exactly what you're working on. I'm constantly battling light. And I've bought cheap lights, but some of the LEDs and the expensive stuff is really expensive. And so I've got mostly Harbor Freight. I've got some stuff from Costco. But if you look here, there's all my lights. I've got an LED light up here. I've got one under this workbench, one above the mill, one above the lathe. I've got another one above the mill perpendicular to it. There's another light right there. This was actually really recommended here. Sewing machine light. Very cheap. It's got a magnet on it. You mount it to your mill, and you can move this thing around and see what you're doing. You know what's really strange with the mill? This area right here is very dark. No matter how much light that I've got up above and around, this is always really dark. And I think it's got to do with the headstock up here. Just shadows everything. So having this sewing machine light to where you can move this thing around, I love that thing. It was 20 bucks, I think. I don't even think it was that. 15 bucks maybe. It's magnetic. You just put it on there, turn it on and off. Works great. Highly recommend it. Lighting, very important. And finally, you know me, I like to give a bonus out of my top 5. So this is actually number 6, but bonus. If you like working year-round in your workshop, you need to do some climate control, at least in my region. It gets hot in the summer, humid, and it gets cold in the winter. So this year, I actually upgraded my shop with some heat. I've got heat, natural gas, ran some black pipe. Actually comes off my main garage. I just teed that off. So I actually have a big garage and a small workshop area. But this thing, I can fire this up, and in 20 minutes, I turn this ceiling fan on right there, which I added as well, and that blows all that heat down. And in 20 minutes, I can have this shop nice and toasty, or at least take the chill off anyway, and I'm able to work in this shop all winter long. It's really good. You come out here and you're freezing to death. You can only spend a few hours out here and you want to get out of here. In addition to that, last summer, you saw some of the videos. I actually had a portable AC unit running down here, and I had the vent. You know, I've got some foam that I have that can slip in here, and I can vent the heat and the exhaust and the humidity out. And it's just enough to take the edge off in those really super hot, humid summer months, and I'm still able to work out here. Bonus, climate control. Climate control your workshop so you can work out here year round. That is what I highly recommend. So with that said, that is my top 5 shop upgrades and modifications, general reuse items that I use almost every single time I come out here. I highly recommend you do it. And I hope that inspires some of you to make some shop improvements yourself. That brings us to a close. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It really helps out the channel. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.